My name is Rashida binti Mama Farouk from Group A, and my symbolic object, a clock that shows time. What does my new object holds now? It stands for patience and growth towards achieving excellence. It motivates me that each tick represents every progress and every of my moves that I had passed back then during my learning English process. No matter when it comes to learning about reading, English, speaking, or writing, it shows me that my effort and consistency in learning English. And after a deeper reflection, it shows me that in learning English seems hard back then, but it changed from anxiety to pride. During teaching experience, especially being a future ESL teacher, I have never dreamt about being a future ESL teacher. I always thought that language is not for me. I always thought that learning and acing in English will never happen to me even once in a lifetime. Before this, I thought teaching might be simply seen as just giving out information and teaching to students about the basic grammar rules, about communication. But now, after a deeper reflection looking through it with the enough time I've had back then, teaching taught me that being a teacher, you must not only deliver the knowledge to the students, but also to express the idea to them in many techniques, in many diversity technique methods of learning, so the students can understand in a kinesthetic way of learning, of a perceptive that they are studying about that subject. Educators must be work smartly enough to deliver the knowledge to students in many diversity of methods, so students can ace the subject that they're studying in order to get in right time management. This new perception helps me to be more patient, to be more reflective, and more aware with the diversity of each learner's tools. A clock used to trigger me a lot during my high school era because I thought learning English in my process is very hard and I didn't have enough time to prepare for my exams. Basically, learning English isn't that hard if we put our whole dedication and effort into it to work slowly and steadily. So my emotions really went from a state of anxiety to a state of high level of pride now. From being a non-organized student before during in high school, I'm well organized right now with my time management. I manage my time well enough with my studying, with my activities outside of the classes and each of my classes. It shows that I am handling my time management right enough as a student to improve my effort towards achieving success. I always feel many pressured by my friends, by my teachers, and also even by my parents to pressure me to achieve good grades and also to secure a good place in university in future. But here I am right now in Sultan Idris Education University pursuing for TESOL from the hard works and efforts that I did during in high school era. It surprised me that I overcome my mental issues from having a lot of anxieties, a lot of stress, pressures. I overcome all of the obstacles to be here right now, to learn from it, not to repeat the same mistakes by overdoing myself in many activities that I cannot drag the time myself even now. So it changed my perception. As a teacher, I will always want and I will always encourage my every students to actively participate in every discussion, in every group work and problem solving activities, so it can help them to construct knowledge, to collect more knowledge than just passively learning it. This is because some of the students are kinesthetic learners and they need to move around, they need to involve in many activities in order to really understand what are they really trying to learn in their subject. Other than that, I will also help them with scaffolding and guided support. This is because teachers can also use this one technique where they can break complex tasks or a really big task into manageable steps, and they can provide models, prompts, and when the students are presenting, the teachers can give their own feedback rather than questioning them about their mistake. And it can help to reduce the and gradually reduce support as learners become more independent. So through all this, when teachers become the role model to the student and provide the prompt for the students, the learners can help themselves to be more independent and not to depend on the teacher. This reflection helped me to identify my strength and my weakness. By reflecting on my high school era during learning English process and now myself managing my time well enough, it shows me that teachers as me as a teacher can determine what I can work well on and what I can't work well on. So by balancing both of these, I can improve myself towards excellence as being a teacher. I can know how I want to present my knowledge to the students and how students can interpret the knowledge that I'm delivering. Other than that, I will also improve my instructional decisions by just giving some instructions and time to the students on any activities. It helped me from my reflection back then to help to modify complex strategies to the students step by step, how to help them in any activities or presentation, and I'll give them assessment methods and to better meet students. I will know which of my students that really need help in my subject and which of my students that I really need to lower myself of helping them to be more independent. Teacher should strive to be a reflective practitioners. Teachers who continuously evaluate and refine their teaching to improve effectiveness. As a teacher, we are not always perfect in our teaching. We are still learning to teach students. So, through this process, we have to continuously evaluate ourselves. We have to continuously remind ourselves that we have to improve our effectiveness of teaching in order to teach the students. All teachers must always remain and be open-minded to listen new ideas, even if it's from students. And I will also make more research and innovations in education so I can help my upcoming generations of students in my teaching. This object represents my values, mindset, and resilience. What kind of I learned the meaning of being patient of achieving success, patient in my progress and my journey of learning, and patient of being a future teacher. How does the time shows me the meaning of patience? Every time when I'm doing my learning English process, back then I always feel that I was left behind, but it is just because I'm not patient enough to work for the result. Looking back now, I have shaped myself to be a future ESL teacher, but I am still not patient enough to be a good and better teacher for my future students. So from this, I have to discover myself more on how to be more patient and engaged with students in future. My mindset also changed from having a lot of anxiety, from having many negative thoughts in myself that I can't achieve excellence, to now being proud of myself, to overcoming all the obstacles, and I became more resilient about my own decision of being a teacher rather than listening to other people's thought on how I should be and how I could be in future. I would say that keep on going and keep on trying to be a good and better teacher for our future generation of students. This is because being a teacher isn't that perfect as it seems and isn't that good as it seems. Being a teacher requires many dedication and requires many efforts to be still standing strong to deliver the knowledge to the students. So using the time that we still having now, we should manage it well to acquire many knowledge, researches and innovations in education so we can deliver all that we have to the students to shape them to become a future teacher. A clock reminds us that time moves steadily forward, urging us to value every moment and grow with each passing second. It means that time always moving steadily forward, even way faster than we even thought it could be. But It shows us that we have to value every moment, every growth of our process in learning so we can achieve success in future. By that, that's all from me. Thank you so much.